Yo, what's going on, guys? And the Raptors are still looking for a head coach. I'm currently at work, guys, right now, going to cover a story about a dog retiring after 10 years of service. But we're talking about the Toronto Raptors narrowing down their coaching search. And it looks like they're getting a foreign guy, okay, which I love. You guys know I'm a foreign. I was the first person ever born in America on either side of my family. My dad was raised in Argentina, but he's like 70. So he was born right after the war in Italy. His family's from Yugoslavia in Italy. And then my mom is from Argentina, but her family goes to Basque Country in Italy. So I always grew up loving international coaches, international basketball. And we're hearing that Sergio, the international coach for Spain, who I personally love, same thing with Jordi Fernandez, who is a Spaniard who's one academic paper away from having a doctorate in sports psychology. Yeah. And he's credited as one of the best and up-and-coming minds in the NBA. Mike Brown has him as his lead assistant, not only for the Sacramento Kings, but as his lead assistant for the Nigerian national team. And then, of course, Darko Rajakovic, who is an assistant with the Memphis Grizzlies, which I think he's good. And I think maybe in the next cycle, he's going to be a guy who gets a job. But from what we're hearing from MARC STEIN of the Stein line, the head coaching search of the Toronto Raptors continues to be a slow one, as the franchise has had a diverse list of initial candidates. Sergio, as I mentioned earlier, Jordi Fernandez, and Darko Rajakovic are among the candidates that are still under consideration. Sergio is currently the head coach of Virus Bologna, and as well, he served as a Raptors assistant when Nick Nurse was that coach. Then you got Jordi Fernandez, who's been a guy who's coached multiple years in the NBA. He played college ball overseas, and I don't think he played professionally. I think he just went into coaching. And then Darko Rajakovic, is a guy that he's the one that I least know about, but I'm actually a fan of his too. He is a Serbian from Yugoslavia, baby, so I gotta love him. And he played professionally overseas, and then he played in the D League at the time. And it's been an assistant with the Thunder under Billy Donovan, and then he was with, looks like, Igor Kokoskov in his one season with the Suns, and he's been with Taylor Jenkins since he took over. So he's definitely a guy that people seem to be very high on. Again, I'm going to stick by that I want Jordi Fernandez or Sergio to be the next assistant. Like, if they're going to get like a first-year head coach, that's who I want. I like that they're going with an international guy. I mean, the team is an international team, so it just makes sense. And I like it, personally. I mean, they fired Nick Nurse, and I think it was better than them just going with Adrian Griffin. If they're going to go for someone who's a first-time head coach, you want to bring, I mean, Sergio, he has ties with the organization. Jordi, I think he's a wonderkin, or whatever you want to call him. But yeah, let me hear your thoughts.